On the growing front, I think this is a challenge that I notice in most of the global branches that we work with. The designers say that clients are not giving us the time to put up a good show. They need
No.
design tomorrow. They need design tomorrow. And this undue ask of time crunch lets them producing an output which is not matching to the expectation. And no matter how hard that we try, if we do not have time, and surely this is a common scenario globally, the time is never there.
No.
How have you handled this with your expertise and experience?
It is very challenging, especially when you work as an agency, because I worked, in the corporate world, but I also worked as an agency for a long time as well. So that's very difficult because it's even difficult in the corporate world, as I said, to get hold of roadmaps and understanding what they have. Because sometimes you can even design something and it will never be there because it's not ready. It's not something they have bought into, and they can't in that time frame. So if you come up with an idea, it will be too late already and you put a lot of effort. So the question is, how do we ask the right question from the beginning so you really have a good understanding? And sometimes they refuse to give that out because they think it's too secret, or I mean they have they are afraid to give things like that out. But I think in that sense you have to make them understand as well what would be the benefit if you would know certain things in beforehand. If you, for example, are working with some material, or if, for example, if you do, you're in retail, if you do a certain shop, and there is no way they will ever get hold of that sort of material, or that you cannot, with that time frame, even ask to get that sort of material. These things need to be clear from the beginning, and they need to understand that if they want certain things, this is how long it will take. And I know, even my son is working in advertisement and he's doing 3D projects, and that's even more complicated. People don't understand that renderings and things like that takes time. They just not happen like that.
Yeah, true.
So, but I think it's sometimes we have to spend some time to think about the right questions so they also understand why you need to know certain things and how they will benefit them if you do know those things. And it could also benefit cost a lot, which they may not think about. But unfortunately, today it's also a little bit a game because you will have different experts kind of fighting to get the job.
Yeah.
And they will just say, "Oh, it's okay, we make it," and in the end, they will not get what they want anyway.
True. 100%. Yeah.
So it's tricky. I think it's difficult when you are in the beginning and you just want to get the new client, but when you work in with the client you work with sometimes, then it's a good idea to start to talk about and understand where they could save money and how you could help them, because you could show them how they could look further down, or seeing the whole production more as a circle instead of something that looks good all the way and then in the end you have to clean up and it's going to be very expensive for them to actually get it right.
True.